Welcome to the ednewsstand podcast. This is episode 4 of season 3, and this week's episode is entitled Battle of the Screen Recording Tools. It's going to be a long one. We are going to look at the 3 biggest screen recording tools on the internet: Loom, Screencastify, and Screencast-O-Matic. Now I'm going to try to do my best to break this down into chunks. You can watch it as a whole, or you can watch it individually. So the first thing we're going to take a look at is we're going to look at Loom. We're going to look at all the features in Loom and what it's going to cost you to upgrade to Loom as well. Next, we're going to take a look at Screencastify, do the same things, look at all of the tools and benefits of Screencastify, and then what it would cost you to upgrade from the free tools. And then finally, we're going to take a look at Screencast-O-Matic and do the same things. We'll look at the free version, and then we're going to tell you what it's going to cost you to upgrade. Now, every version that we look at with these screen recording tools are all the free versions. I have not upgraded at all. I shouldn't say that, except for the Loom feature, which I have upgraded because it is free for educators to upgrade. So I want you to watch, try them out for yourself, and determine which you think is the best tool for you to use when doing videos for your students and for yourself. Let's get started. So the first screen recording tool that I want to look at is Loom. And Loom, this is their logo. Loom has 4 different pricing options. The basic option is free. We're going to dig into that here in just a minute. But there are a couple of ways that you can install Loom on your computer. The first way is to just simply install the extension up in your browser, and you can just look for Loom for Chrome, and it's offered by Loom. You just click the little blue button, Add to Chrome, and it'll install it in your browser. If you don't see it installed in your extensions, you click the little puzzle piece, and then you just click the pin and it will show up in your extensions bar. So let's look at some of the pricing structures here for Loom. So like I said before, the basic version is free for everybody, right? So you can download that. You can save up to 25 videos. So if you are doing a lot of videos and you know that you're creating many videos a day, then you might need to upgrade to past the basic version. However, if you are an educator, the Pro version, which is typically $8 a month, is actually free for educators. So the way that you get this free for educators is you click on the Free for Education button, and it takes you to this page here. And then there's a little button right in the middle of the screen, Get Your Account Verified. So if you click on that, then you just have to answer some questions here to verify your account, and it takes 24 to 48 hours to get your account verified. And then you are given the free Pro upgrade to pretty much do everything you want. Unlimited videos, you even get a drawing tool, custom recording dimensions, calls to action. So all of this stuff here is going to be free if you're an educator. If you want to take it even one step further and you want to create team libraries, do some custom branding in your videos, then maybe you need to upgrade to $12 a month. And then if you're going to do administrative or security measures, there's a little bit more. So we talked about a couple of ways to get started. You have the extension, which we mentioned. You can also install Loom as a application on your computer. So when you click on that, Loom will open up. And the cool thing is, if you have the program on your computer, it looks like this. And you can see here, do you decide which sort of camera that you want? So if you have a built-in camera on your computer, you can use that. If you have one that you plug in via USB, you can use that. I currently have an external microphone, but I could use the microphone built into my laptop if I wanted to do that. So you decide on your microphone. You can choose what size you want. We can do full screen. We can do window. We can do our custom size. If you come down here, you can choose the size of your image on the screen. We can do full screen if we want to do full screen. And then I can come back down here and I can choose to just do my avatar if I want. But I think for this purpose, I'm not going to do my avatar. I want the actual video. So again, let's put my video on here. I'll go back to video. There we go. And then on the side here are some of your recording tools. So we'll talk about those here in a minute. But I'm going to show you screen and cam, screen only, or camera only, which you can kind of do when you do screen and cam. You have some of those tools down here. Now, if I click on the extension, it's similar, but just a little bit different. So you can see it kind of comes in from the side. And then over on the side here now, I've got start recording, pause, resume, cancel my recording, hide my menu, and then over here I have 3 different size circles to choose from. So you do have some, it is just a tad bit different on how you're going to set up your camera. You can see my microphone audio is working. I've got my microphone source. I can choose to flip the camera. Here are my advanced options. So when I'm using the Chrome extension, I'm just going to start recording here. So my entire screen, it'll ask me my application window or just the tab. We're going to do the entire screen. I click on it. I click share. We're going to get a little bit of a countdown. I'm going to hide this little thing down here at the bottom, and now we're recording. I'm going to hide my menu. Pretty simple, pretty straightforward. When I'm all done, just going to say, yep, finish recording. It's going to show me right away that it drops my Loom video into my Loom resource library. From here, I have many things I can do to it. I can check my settings here, so I can let comments happen on this video, because the great thing is Loom sets up similar to like a YouTube feature. So I have the option to share out this link on Loom, and then I can have people allow comments. I can get notifications. Again, all these settings down here that you can look at with regard to your Loom video, right? So here it'll show you your video views, add the link to your page recorded on, right? I can download the video if I want to. I can move it to a folder, so I can create folders in Loom. So there's a lot of different things that I can do within Loom. So let's go back to the recording feature on the downloaded application. So if I click on this, I'm going to do full screen. I'm going to keep my video the same. I've got my recording tools on the side now instead of underneath. And let's just start recording. Give me a little countdown like it did before. And we're off and running. I got a little beep. I don't know if you heard the beep, but we're off and running. So if I come over here, now I've got my drawing tools. I can choose my color. Red is going to be good. I can choose my pen thickness. So maybe I just want to highlight for you. Yep, here we go. $8 a month or free for educators. And then I'm done with my drawing tools, right? I can also click, when I click on the website somewhere, we're on pricing. Maybe I want to go back to the Loom home screen. You can see that it does a little click button and shows me exactly where I'm clicking, so that your audience, when they watch, can see where you're moving around. So this is my personal library. So I can start a new video from here. I can start a new folder. So I click on new folder, and then it pops up here. I can label it, and I'll just label it videos podcast, and we're done. I can take some of my videos, and I can click the little 3 button here, and I can choose to archive it, download, duplicate, or I think I can, yep, I can drag them around. So I can drag it right up into the folder I want. I can click on it here if I want, click on the checkbox, and over here on the right hand side I can choose move. I can choose video podcast, and I can choose move, or from in here I can create a new folder. So if I click on the video folder, video podcast folder itself, right down here at the bottom of my videos, I have a link. So I can click on that. The link has been shared. Or if I click on the video itself, it will load the video. And then here you go. You can turn on the search engine indexing, so anyone on the web can find this. I can add a password. I can add custom access. I also have the option to trim the video, so I can make it shorter if I want to do that. A call to action, so if I want to put a button in here and allow the button to send someone somewhere, and you can customize the button itself. So I can rename the button, I can put a link to the website that I want it to go to, and I can change the color of the button and change the color of the text within the button. So here are some of your options for that call to action. I can change the button style as well. So a lot of different options for you with your call to action button. And finally, I can create a custom thumbnail for my image itself. And again, it gives you right in here the aspect ratio for the image that you need to make when you drag it and drop it in here, and then which images work best for your video when you're going to add a thumbnail for that. So that's Loom. There are a lot of great features in it, but I think maybe the greatest of all the features is that it is free for educators. Next, we're going to take a look at Screencastify. So Screencastify is also free. However, we're going to dig into the pricing just a little bit more and show you what you get if you choose to upgrade your subscription. Like Loom, Screencastify has a Chrome extension. You just do a quick search for Screencastify Screen Video Recorder for Chrome, offered by Screencastify, so you know it's legit. You click on the button that says Add to Chrome, and then like we said before, here is your pin. We're just going to scroll down and look for it. Here's Screencastify. We'll click the little pin, and then it shows up on our toolbar, and we are good to go. So if we go over here, here is Screencastify. So let's look at some pricing, the pricing structure of Screencastify. So I'm an educator. I'm going to turn on this button, and you can see that it drops the price by 20 bucks, which is pretty sweet. So the first thing I want to look at, the recording feature. So if you're looking at free forever, free for anybody. However, you only have a 5-minute limit per recording. If you buy the $29 part of Screencastify, so if you purchase Screencastify, you have to purchase each part individually. You can't purchase everything as a whole. You purchase each part individually. So if you purchase the recording part, you again get unlimited recording, record the screen and camera, trim your videos, add some annotation, autosave to Google Drive, full HD, published directly to YouTube. You have the export feature, and there is no watermark. Next, your editing feature. So you get knocked $20 off. 5-minute per limit export. So your video, again, is only 5 minutes, so you can only export 5 minutes. With the paid version, you get to merge clips from any video, crop your recordings, export as MP4, trim, add text over your clips, integration with Google Drive, HD resolution, you have a zoom tool, and you have a blurring tool, which they say is coming soon. Finally, this submit feature, and I think this is maybe where Screencastify has an edge over some of the other ones. So the submit feature, one active assignment at a time. So if you want to link your Screencastify to your Google Drive and your Google Classroom, you can actually get students to record a response similar to Flipgrid and turn those responses in automatically. And the students do not need an account from Screencastify. It works similar to what we talked about last week with Cami. It's just built into Google and works seamlessly. But with this, you can only have one active assignment at a time. If you're willing to upgrade to $49 a year, then you can have unlimited active assignments. Again, auto save, video privacy controls, works on any device, whether the students are using a Chromebook or an iPad. You get notifications about student submissions. And again, here is your Google Classroom integration. Only available, though, with your subscription to Screencastify. So we talked about it being free, and then if you choose to purchase all of these, so you have to decide kind of what you're looking for as far as a price goes. So let's kind of dive in now on what Screencastify looks like. So you can see here right at the top, it tells me that I have a limit, 5-minute limit. Again, I have choices. I can do a browser tab. I can do desktop. I can do webcam only. My microphone selection, I'm going to choose the Yeti. My webcam choices, the FaceTime camera. Over on the side here are my recordings. I can go right to that. I can check out my options. Where does it save? Saves directly to Google Drive in a folder called Screencastify, so it automatically creates a folder for me. Background tab recording shown during a tab recording. Drive upload progress, I can have that. Video upgrade progress. I can configure my recording shortcuts. Here my drawing tool shortcuts. So as I'm working in the program, these are my shortcuts right away for Screencastify, and here are my recording settings. Open the page, autoplay, name tabs. You can also see here that there are more recordings. I'm given a countdown. I can choose what length I want that countdown to be. I can show my drawing tools, and I can have a tab for my audio. Okay, so I think I'm going to do the whole desktop. I've got all of this stuff on there. You can see my microphone works. I have my notifications, my settings. We looked at some of that. So now that we've kind of looked at some of our options, we're going to hit record, and you'll see that you're given a little square at the bottom. You can move the square. The square shows more than Loom. Like in Loom, you can actually move this box around the screen. And Loom with the little circle, you could move the circle. Choose my entire screen, click share. We're going to count down, got the beeps like we did in Loom. I'm going to hide this screen sharing. Here are my tools over on the side. So I have a few different options with my mouse. This one might be my favorite though, the focus mouse. It highlights exactly on the screen where you are recording. So maybe I want to focus and I want to do highlight click. So here you're going to see that it's going to focus and it's going to highlight click on exactly what I'm trying to do. So that's kind of a nice little feature. If I go down here, I can choose to turn off the focus meter and maybe just have my highlight clicks. I can choose to hide the cursor when my mouse isn't moved. So if I turn this off and so if I wait for a second, then my mouse disappears so you can really focus on what you're doing on the screen. For this video, I'm going to turn on highlight clicks because I think that's most beneficial. Here's your pen tool. You have multiple options for your pen, different colors to write with. So if I write with a couple of different colors, just to show you how this works, in Loom, they held on for a few minutes and they disappeared. Screencastify allows you to either erase with the eraser, or if you click the box here, it will wipe the entire screen clean. We're going to go back to my mouse again. Embed the webcam. I click it and it goes away, so you can get rid of your webcam. If you want to hide the tools, click this. This took me a minute to kind of figure out. To get it back, you hit Option T on your keyboard and the tools will come back. But you can also, as you're working with your tools, you can see that the tools give you the keyboard shortcuts. So if I do Option F, then it automatically switches my mouse. If I want to turn that off again, Option F, and it will turn off and just give me my clicks back. That's pretty much it. I get 5 minutes to record. I can pause my recording right down here. I can also go up to the shortcut at the top and I can pause here. So I can pause that. If I want to continue, I can hit record again. If I don't like what I'm doing, then I could choose to trash it right from there. So when you are up at the top, if you hit the stop button, which I did, it opens up right here. Here's my title screen, or the title of my video. I'm going to pause this, otherwise I think we're all going to probably get sick from listening to me talk because I'm not really doing anything. So let's change the title up at the top. So title here. Great. I can open this in the editor if I want. If I'm not happy with it, I can certainly trash it here. I have the shareable link right here, so I can copy that. Here are some more options. So you don't have to go into Google Drive and change those options. You can choose to write in here, get the shareable link, so it's private right away. You can choose to make it public or unlisted. There we go. I can view it in Drive, and it'll open right up to my Drive. And again, you can see here that when I renamed it in Screencastify, it automatically renamed it in my Drive. So I go down here. I have many ways to share it. I can get the embed code for it as well. So if I want to put it into a website, I can send it in an email. If you're reading a story for your kids, maybe you want to generate a QR code and paste that inside the book so the kids can scan that on their iPad and watch and read the book along with that. I can also add more sharing options. So I can do Edpuzzle. So if you want to take a 5-minute video that you make on a lesson you're doing, add questions to it in Edpuzzle. That's awesome. Add it to a Wakelet or send it out in Remind. So a lot of different choices for you to share out Screencastify. So here's my download button. I can choose which way I want to export it. I can export audio only. So if I'm going to do just a podcast simply, I can just download the audio if I want. If I'm going to make just a quick little video, this is pretty awesome. I can export as an animated GIF, which is great. Then you can embed that in your newsletters or put that on your Google Classroom or in your Seesaw. Just a quick little video on how you get to make things. Here's my editing feature. So I go right in here to my editing feature, pause this, choose to trim. Let's go right to the middle, pause, save the trim. Trimming a video replaces the original video. Yep, let's just do that. And it's going to take a minute to trim the video. And there we go. Now it trimmed my video and made it much, much smaller. You can see up here that you have the click to unmute. So I'm leaving this muted because I don't want it to talk over me while I'm talking. So Screencastify, super, super easy to use. And if you're just looking for quick little videos under 5 minutes, this is definitely very high on my list of resources to use simply because you have so many choices to share it out, and it saves automatically to Google Drive. And with Google Drive, as an educator, you get unlimited storage capacity, so you don't have to worry about if you're using up all your storage in Google or using up all the storage on your computer. It works right there. Or you can publish it right to YouTube. But because it's in Google and you have all these sharing options, sometimes you don't need to publish it to YouTube because it's already saved in your Google Drive. Things within Screencastify that I want to talk about. So the first is the editing feature in Screencastify, and the next thing is creating Flipgrid type assignments. So I'm just going to go into Screencastify and I'm going to do the desktop here, and we're just going to hit record. Okay, so here's my desktop. We are recording my countdown. So this video is not going to be very long, but what I want to show you is the editing feature within Screencastify is actually pretty robust considering the free version that you get. So what do we have here? We got just a few minutes of my video, and I'm going to go up to my Screencastify and I'm going to stop the video. All right, so then it loads up here, and here's my video. But now what I want to do is I want to go into the editor. So you can see up here at the top, I'm going to open the editor. Now this is where things kind of get pretty cool with Screencastify. So we've got the editor right in here, but not only can we have one video, but let's say we have a few different videos that we've shot that we want to add to Screencastify. Look at this. Click the add clip, and I can actually add clips from my Google Drive. If I want to, let's just add it from my Google Drive, and we're going to go into the Screencastify folder that was already created for me right here. Look, we have all these videos. So let's grab this one here and we'll drop this in. It's going to process the video for a second, and then it's going to drop the video into my movie. Now the awesome thing in here is I can be in this video. Here is my, I can crop this, draw a rectangle of the part that I want to crop. Maybe I just want this in there. Done. That is all it's going to show. I have my undo button up at the top here, so I can undo. If I want to, here is my cut tool. So maybe I don't want the beginning. I can just highlight it in yellow, hit the delete key. Maybe I want to put in a zoom feature. So I really want to highlight the toolbar right here at the bottom. This part here, and I can move this around. Look at this. We've got the zoom. So now when I play this part here, watch. It zooms in specifically on this part of, look at that. That is pretty awesome feature within Screencastify. So if I want to put text in my video, I can add text. I click add text. I can change the color. I can say this is my video. I can change the font type if I want to. Again, I have to highlight what I want to put in there. So very easy to add text. You can have on here how long you want the text to be. Same with the zoom feature. All you do is pull the little handle. I can move this around easy enough. So maybe I don't want it till later in the video. That's awesome. Those are some sweet features within Screencastify. And I can add as many videos as I want to as long as I don't go over that 5-minute maximum for the free version. And then you have the choice to choose to export as an MP4, or I can export it directly to my Google Drive. The last thing that I want to show you is I want to show you the feature about submitting assignments. So we talked about it being like Flipgrid. With the free version, though, you can only have one assignment at a time. So in this instance here, let's create a new assignment. So you can choose what you want. What type of assignment do you want? Do you want the students to do a webcam only, or do you want them to do a screen only? So maybe they're just recording the screen of their iPad or their Chromebook and using the microphone audio on the device that they have. Let's say I want to see the kids' faces. I click next. I give it a title. Favorite movie. Okay, tell me your favorite movie. I click next. Here we go. Assignment access. Anyone with the link, anyone in my organization, your choice. Students can view any videos, meaning those that upload them and put them in the assignment. They can view their other students. Maybe they can only see their own, or they can view every single video. So you decide what sort of access you want. We're going to let them, for this instance, we're just going to let them view any. And then how do you want to get notified when a video is submitted? Email, or you're just going to come back and check. I click Next. Here's the link that I have. So now it'll show you, it'll be auto-saved in this folder. So if I click on the folder, it'll show me in this specific folder, Screencastify Submit. So if I go backward, for every assignment that you make, you are going to get a new folder in this Screencastify Submit folder that they have created for you in your Google Drive. Now if I go back to my assignment here, the awesome thing is here, I can click on my Google Classroom. I can choose where I want it to load up to, what sort of action. This is going to be an assignment, and I'm going to click Go. Favorite movie, I've got my instructions here. How many points is it going to be worth? We're just going to leave all this stuff as the default, and I'm going to click Assign, and it's going to assign that out. And then I'm going to click View, so then I can see it directly in my classwork. Here it is, favorite movie, and there is the link to view the assignment. Pretty awesome way to get kids involved. And since you are all done, I can look at the preview if I want to. Turn mic on and webcam. Yep, make sure you allow. Click anywhere to pause, skip the countdown. Here you go. My favorite movie is When Harry Met Sally. Stop recording. Review, I can watch it again, or I can just click Submit. There we go. Your video has been submitted successfully. I can download, share video to Classroom, or view other submissions. If I go into my folder, favorite movie folder, there is my submission. It tells who it came from, tells the email address, and what format it is in. When you are all done, because this is the free version and you only get one assignment at a time, you click the three buttons at the on the side here, and when you are done, you close the assignment. Then it'll say closed, and then you can create a new assignment for students. This is, again, only if you have the free version of Screencastify. Some pretty cool features, extra features in Screencastify that Loom has, but not quite as robust, especially on the creating the submit free aspect. And the editing is awesome because you get to import other videos. The last screen recording option that we are going to look at is Screencast-O-Matic. Now, Screencast-O-Matic kind of falls in the middle of both Loom and Screencastify. It is free to use if you want to sign up for an account. You're limited to 15 minutes of recording in your videos, so that's 10 minutes more than Screencastify, which only gave you 5 minutes. But Loom, because it allowed the free upgrade for educators, was unlimited, and actually the free version itself is unlimited. It is less time than you get with Loom. The deluxe version here, billed yearly, is $19.80, and the premier version, which is $4 a month, equals about $48 a year. So it's not terribly expensive, and you do get quite a bit of options within Screencastify. You can upload things directly to YouTube or Google Drive and share them easily through Google Classroom. Through the Premier and the Deluxe versions, you can zoom in and out with your features. You can also add music in the background, import videos, add images and shapes, and add voice to existing videos and recordings. So let's take a little bit closer look. Screencastify does have two other installations that you probably would want to do. One is the extension in the Chrome Web Store. You can see that installs right here in your extensions bar. And then down at the bottom, you will need to install the Screen Recorder Launcher for it to start recording. So here's kind of a little breakdown of the two, the Deluxe and the Premier. So you can see record computer audio, which the free version will not allow you to do. You can draw and zoom. You also have a screenshot tool, and you can use a green screen filter. You get here in the Premiere part, stock library of photos and videos. Transfer easily to your phone if you want to. Advanced sharing, playlists, passwords, and visibility. So just a little bit more if you're looking for like that extra upgrade to the $48 a month. Again, $48 a year. $48 a year, not a terrible price to pay for an online screen editing program. So let's actually take a look at how Screencast-O-Matic looks. So to get started, you click on the Screencast-O-Matic extension, click Launch Recorder, it will look at this, grab the recorder that I actually downloaded beforehand, and it will get me started up with the recorder. So you can see here now the webcam at the bottom is even a little bit bigger than Screencastify. So I have chosen to have it in the middle or in the corner of my image here. So here I can choose to flip horizontal if I want to, but again, taking up a little bit more space. I can choose to make it full screen. If I want to choose to make it full screen, I can just record the screen if I want. I'm going to do both though. I'm going to make this a little bit smaller by clicking and putting me down in the corner again. If I want, I can move this around to wherever I'd like. Maybe I want to put myself in the top corner. You can decide where you want to put your image of the webcam. You can decide how big you want to have your screen here. So if I want to make sure I get the full screen, I want to make sure I get every little inch of this. You can also make sure here in your preferences, your toolbar, your remote control screen, here you can put your control bar at the top or at the bottom, so then that's going to be on. You can choose your countdown. You have your hotkeys if you want to put those hotkeys on here or set up your hotkeys, your pausing, and then what's going to happen when we're all done. So we're going to go back. One of the things I don't like is that every time I kind of go out and come back in, it resizes me back to the 720. And my issue is I want the whole screen. I want to be able to see my toolbar. I want to be able to see everything. So now we've got everything in here. You want to make sure that it's got the microphone that you're looking for. Mine defaulted to the MacBook. I want to add it. I want to make it the Yeti. Again, your max time is here. You only have 15 minutes. You can't do your computer audio. So if you want to pull in audio from your from a video or a website that you're using, you can't do any of that either. But pretty straightforward. I'm going to hit the record button. It's going to give me a little countdown. There you go. No beep on this one. So we heard the beep on Loom and we heard the beep on Screencastify, but Screencast-O-Matic does not have the beep. But what you can see on the edges, you can see that it's red, and you can see now that it's recording. I've got the timer going down here at the bottom of my screen. I can choose to move my webcam any place that I want to. I can choose in and out. As I'm moving around, so I'll show you here my library of videos, my little test video of 32 seconds. So let's kind of look around in Screencast-O-Matic and we'll be able to see some of my clicks. So you can see here we can play from inside my videos. I can actually set up different folders. So we talked about folders in Screencastify. Over here I can do new folders. So we'll just say video library as an example. We will click save. So now I have a folder, and we will go back into my videos itself. And when I go into my video library, I don't actually have my folders, but the little 3 buttons up here, I can move it easily, and I can put it in there and click save, and it pulls right out of my library into that folder that I'm trying to use. Copy the link easily here. Click the button. I can choose what to do. I get the move. I get the resign. I can view it, or I can trash it all together. I'm going to just cancel out of here. Let's check out some video details. So you can see here, I've got lots of different details. I can rename it right in here. Rename video. We've got that. I can give it a description here. I can download it as an MP4. So that's kind of a nice deal. I can set my thumbnail, so I can use a custom thumbnail image if I want to create one of those. Recommended size it gives me, and it tells me the maximum size. The visibility I set when I recorded this to unlisted. So only people with a direct link. And then I can reset the view count if I want. So one of the nice things here is you have the analytics of your video. So you can view how far back you want to go on your analytics. Don't really need to see that. I can look at different channels. Here I can share the link. I can add a custom link. So that's pretty nice if I want to change it from the ending to add a custom link to make it a little bit easier for people to find. Here's my embed code down here. So if I want to put it in a website that I have created, that is a nice feature as well. If you go down a little bit farther, you've got the ways that you can share the video out. So one really nice thing here is I can click on the Google Classroom button, and it will jump right into my Google Classroom. I can choose the class. I can choose the action that I want. I'm just going to make this an announcement, and I can click go. It'll go right to my class. Please watch video. Got that. I can choose if I want to schedule it, save it, or if I want to post it, and it's posted. So let's say we are all done making our video. We can see that we've done 5 minutes. I'm going to pause. I can choose to continue recording if I want to just take a break. Maybe I need to step away for a minute. Maybe I'm like, nah, we're going to start completely over. I have the trash button right here, but let's just say done. Now I can choose what I want to do. Do I want to save or upload it? Do I want to just do a quick share, one-click upload and copy the link? Or do I want to edit? Let's go to the edit. Let's kind of dig into some of this. However, we cannot edit our video because we do need to upgrade to edit the recording. So we're going to say no thank you. So here are our options. Save as a video file, upload to Screencast-O-Matic, upload to YouTube. If I click this little plus, I get a few more options to Vimeo. I can upload to Google Drive, but again, Vimeo, Google Drive, and Dropbox are all upgrade only. So let's just upload mine to Screencast-O-Matic. So here we go. Recording title is test recording. Got that. Say that's done. We're going to highlight the cursor. We can choose no cursor or just the cursor, but I want to highlight. And searchable, I'm going to say it is not searchable. We click publish. It will continue to upload here, and this will just take a few minutes. So now that the file has finished uploading, we have our options here. We can share to Facebook, Twitter, email, Microsoft Teams, or Google Classroom. We're going to share it to Google Classroom. Let's just create a material. Here is our link to the video right here. Please watch. Link below. I can choose who I want it to go to. I can put it under a topic. I also have the option to schedule it or save it as a draft. Let's just post. Now we can view it in our classroom. Going to go to my classwork. Please watch. And there is my test recording. You can see here that we are going to go to my videos themselves. So here you go, my test recording. Here are my video details like we talked about before. And that is essentially it for Screencast-O-Matic. So as you can see, there isn't a whole lot extra that Screencast-O-Matic does in the free version. But again, a nice tool, gives you 15 minutes of recording time and gives you the option to share it out directly to Google Classroom, which is also a nice little handy feature if you want a longer video and you want to be able to share it directly with your students for the classes that you have in your learning management system. Now that we've finished our look and taken a deeper dive into all of the screen recording programs that we can use online, let's look at the specifics between the three versions. Loom is free for teachers to upgrade, unlimited recording time on the free version or the upgraded version, save online or download your videos, easy to share, you can create call to action buttons after you've finished recording, you can edit the video, and you can provide custom access in your program. Screencastify has different sets that you can upgrade to. So if you want unlimited recording time, that's going to cost you an extra $29. If you want more robust editing features, that's going to be another $29. If you want to create unlimited Flipgrid type assignments, that's going to be another $49. So ultimately, Screencastify is going to cost you $107 for the year. Otherwise, the free version allows you to record for 5 minutes. It auto-saves to Google Drive. You can easily link to Google Classroom, easily create a GIF, record offline, has robust editing features, and you can create individual one-at-a-time Flipgrid type assignments. Screencast-O-Matic is free to use with a recording limit of up to 15 minutes. If you do upgrade, there is the Premier version, which costs you $19.80 for the year, and that gives you unlimited recording. Or you can upgrade to the Deluxe, which is $48 for the year. Easily links to Google Classroom. You can provide call to action through the notes feature in the editing, provide custom access, get video analytics about who's been watching your video, and provide a custom URL in Screencast-O-Matic. So there you go, the 3 big screen recording tools online that teachers can use to provide lessons for their students and link easily to your learning management system. So now that you've seen the video, try them out and decide for yourself what you think is the best. Thank you for tuning in this week. As always, you can find me on Twitter at ReynoldsTroy. Find old episodes of the podcast wherever you listen to podcasts. You can follow me on Instagram at ednewsstand, and you can download my app and stay up to date with my content by scanning the QR code or by going to ednewsstand.glideapps.io and saving the app to your home screen. You can also find all my resources I just mentioned in my newsletter and watch the video I made on my website at ednewsstand.weebly.com. I'm Troy Reynolds. We'll see you next time on the Ed Newsstand Podcast.